everybody, welcome to the Sacrifice Hangout, day 17. So we're in the flat bonus period as well, first day, day 17, and of course it's going to be $1.80 for 10,000 points and a flat rate of 1.75 bonus, which is pretty nice for the small people entering now. So let's get into it. Hope you guys are having a good time. Don't forget to get into the chat there, folks, and say hello. Always good to see you in there for sure. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, hit the bell. And let's get into it. Woohoo! All right, let's go. We've got 4 hours and 33 minutes left in day 17, the first day of the flat phase, which is one of 3 days, and then it increases by 5%. So pretty cool. The rank volume bonus phase is already over, so that was yesterday. And of course, everybody receives a 1.75 flat bonus today for the next 2 days, plus the hours above until the sacrifice period is over. So that's 2 days and 4 hours and 33 minutes. We're almost over. 19 days is almost finished. We're just counting it down. Pretty awesome stuff there, really. So it's going to be fun times, folks, and that's about it on this page. Obviously, we've got the chart there that's just saying that the current rate is 10,000 points, so $1.80 to get those 10,000 points. Remember, at the beginning it was $1, now it's $1.80 to get 10,000 points, and you can see the white line is over here on day 17, and you can see if you go across there, it's $1.80 over on the left there. So that's the first component, of course. The second component is a flat rate of 1.75 bonus on that. Let's see, let's go back here, which is this one here. Day 17, 18, 19 have the worst rates and get a flat bonus of only 1.75, but that's actually probably pretty good for smaller people coming in now as well. So pretty awesome stuff. Let's quickly go and check out the old table here. This gives us the idea we've come out of day 1 to 16. That's the volume multiplier phase. We've finished that. Now we're on this phase here, $1.80 there, $1.89, and then $1.98 for day 19. So those are the three rates there, and of course the bonus multiplier is $1.75. That's how it works. So pretty much you take your amount that you've got, you divide it by the dollars. So if you had like $5,000, well, in this example, it's got a nice example here. Sacrificing those same $100 on day 17 grants a 1.75 multiplier with a rate of 1.0, resulting in 974,000 points or pulse tokens. So pretty cool. All you have to do to work that out, folks, is just basically take your dollars. So let's say you had $2,000. Let's do the $100 one. That's probably easiest to follow. $100 divided by $1.80, and then times that by 10,000. That's your base points there, and that will give you 555 million. And then you times that by 1,000. That would times by 1.75. And that would give you this 974,500 approximately speaking. So that's how you do it. Very cool. Let's quickly check. Alex is in the chat there. Hey, Alex, been a while since we've seen you, a couple of days. Hey, all, today is the best remaining rate to sacrifice, $1.80, but with a 1.75 modifier. Yeah, absolutely. So get into there. It is a good day. All right, so let's have a quick look on the old. So that's the good table there. Now let's have a look at the price of Hex at the moment. You can see that it's actually been going up as well. Let's go full screen on this, and we'll go full screen, and you can see the price of Hex has been rising today on day 17. So it did go for a low down here of about just 11 cents. Can you believe it? 11 cents, but it's back up, and it has been powering up. Currently up 13% and even spiked up. I'm not sure if that was a bot, but definitely spiked up 16%. It's currently 12.5 cents. So we'll see what happens. We've still got 4 hours to go. So this is the hourly candle. We've got 1, 2, 3. Was it 1, 2, 3, 4? So still could see some further rise up here as people go to sacrifice on day 17. And as Alex says, really is the best day out of those at the moment. Without a huge giant price jump. Without a huge giant price jump, today is the best day. Pretty cool. Alex says, yeah, I'm traveling for a few more weeks. Okay, but could not miss today. 17, says Alex. Oh, nice one there. All right, great to see Alex in the chat there. And so that's pretty much that. So let's have a quick look at the results at the moment. Look at this. Let's do the old refresh, because this is changing today's pretty much better day. We have had a bit of an uptrend too, and we're going to check that out too. So we're at $698,588 on the ETH chain only. It includes a little bit of sends, which is the the long life research donations, which is over 26.5 million in total on that. So it includes some of that, and also some Staker app donations going through the Staker app. Is the Hex Staker app, if you've got that, and some of that's not included. So just take that into account, and it's got these coins. We can actually see that that's doing pretty well. So if we include, say, another 20 to 35 million, something like that, and other tokens and sacrifices and stuff, then we could be up as high as 735 million, somewhere around that. I've just put in a conservative amount, up 10 million from yesterday. So I've got 720 million on the good old title there. That's pretty much how that works. Let's go to the performance chart, check that out. This is based on the 1 hourly timestamp, remember, so it's an approximation for how it will work. You can see that from a day 13, we had 5.1 million, but we've actually been tracking upwards. So 6.1, 8.26, 9.72, and then day 17 is currently at 11.33. That's actually a pretty decent move up there from yesterday, and so we've got a bit of an uptrend happening at the moment. So you kind of expect to see this. Will we get to see any whale activity that pushes the price up? That's the only thing I could think of that does that, is that's a whale activity. We still haven't seen that, but we are getting the uptrend as we would have expected, to see people coming in late to try and get in there. And we'll see whether we do get anything happening there or not. At this stage, nothing. So we'll just have to wait. We've obviously got the two days and 4 hours to go, and we'll see whether we get anything like that. Could be sacrifice address, anybody else. We could see some action there. Who knows? Whoever's after the pulse there in a big way. All right, so that's pretty cool, and I hope you guys enjoyed that. Let's quickly jump over to the actual market price of that at the moment. Actually, well, let's go to the market price, and then we'll come back to see the leadership board. And so at the moment, let's just do a refresh of this too, where we're going to see the market value. So that was the time snapshot. That's pretty similar to the way that the sacrifice will actually run. Here is the market value, 598,822,000. So that's including market prices. We can see the Hex has just hit 3.2 billion. Woohoo! That's pretty awesome. And I think that's up about 55 million from yesterday. So that's pretty nice. Obviously, the price is up too, the 12.5 cents. It's worth 157,000 ETH, just shy of 400 million US dollars. Pretty cool. We've got the USDC coin, 141 million, DAI stable 31.7, and a Tether almost 25 million US dollars. Smaller tokens have been converted, it seems, into USDC stable coins and stuff. So pretty cool. Let's add that up, shall we? And 141 plus, let's say 32 plus 25, and that's 198 million. USD and stable. There might be some stuff elsewhere, of course, on other chains as well. But 198 million, pretty nice. I think Richard mentioned something like 220 yesterday. So hey, 198 is pretty nice. Now, even if it used something like 15 million of that to go buy Hex on the market, could push it up to 40 cents, 41 cents. That assumes no selling resistance, of course. But will we see something like that happen? Only time will tell, won't it? So pretty cool on that. Alex K says, poor people waited and waited and now forced to sacrifice Hex cheaper. That's the true too. I just sacrificed most of my Ys, says Alex. Hey, nice that you had the Ys actually there. Sorry, Peter, says Alex. Yeah, Peter's going to chase you down, Alex. You're in big trouble there. So when we say Peter, we're talking about Peter being the CEO of the Wise team, or Wise LLC. Can't remember the full name, Wise something. So yeah, they're doing a development on Wise. So that's what we're talking about with Peter. So pretty cool. That's the amount there. So looking good. Obviously, you can actually check. This is the actually official Ethereum jest that people sacrifice to. You can actually click on that, and you actually go to a couple of the other chains as well. You can just hit the B up here, clicks other chain views, and you can go and check Binance Chain, Polygon, Matic, which is second layer stuff. And so you got Etherscan, Binance Chain, Polygon, Matic. So let's have a quick look at BSC scan. We might as well do that while we're here. And you can see there's a couple of $1 million in there as well. Look at that, pretty nice. So we can actually hit the expand view. That's its little square there, and check out. This is on BSC scan now, and yeah, we can see we've got $2.3 million on there, on BUSD, Binance US dollars, and some BNB in there as well. So a couple $100 grand. Yeah, so some stable stuff in there. Nice, looking pretty good. All right, and we can also go, what else we can do? We can go and check out Polygon-matic, see what's on that. That'd be interesting, actually. Let's quickly check that while we're at it right here. Obviously, we're not looking at a lot of the non-ETH coins. You have to kind of be set up for that. Yeah, so it's got a little bit of stuff there, a little bit of Hex on there. You're a little bit of USD, so just a small amounts there on Polygon-matic, but not too bad. What's that? $200,000, not bad. So yep, let's get out of there. All right, so that's a couple of the chains there, and let's have a look at the leaderboard. All right, top 100. Let's have a look at top 100. We've still got Overwatch at the top there, 29.5 million. Still got God Whale there, number 2, 19.6 million. And of course, the God Whales, these guys have all got heaps more money, like heaps more money. So they could make extra moves before the close. That's still in play, and so is the Sacrifice. You're talking about, I don't know, they might have 2, 3, 4, could be $500 million US dollars at least that is conceivable. Between the three, sorry. So we'll see what happens there. I've also got these other ones that are pretty big, the 90.2 million, 15.3, and 10.7 there, still the same. So we've still got 5 in the top and over $10 million, and then we've got quite a few below that. Pretty cool. Let's go see how many millionaires we've got actually. Look at that, a lot of millionaires in there. So they'll be picking up big bags of Pulse, and you can actually see the multiplier that these guys are getting, 19 million, 2.4. Anyone over 10, so we've got 5 over, we've got anyone that's got around the 10, 2.3 multiplier, and these millionaires are going to get multipliers of, if you've got 2.5 million, 2.1, so pretty big there. So these ones here all getting about 2.1 multiplier, big impact on their bags that they're going to get, even all the way down. So if we get down to say $1 million, that's a 1.9 multiplier. So it keeps going down. So all these guys get it. It's approximately a 1.92 multiplier there. Let's go all the way down. And we had 78 millionaires. We've still got 78, but almost got 79. Look at that one, almost there. And they've got a couple of others that are pretty close to that $1 million there. So pretty not too bad. And the top 100, to get in the top 100, you need 792,469 US dollars. Pretty cool. Well, let's have a quick look at the top 1,000. Always fun to look at as well. Remember that the journey is always part of the fun. If you're obviously in the any launch raises like the Hex one transform, we had auctions every day for 350 days. That was a lot of fun too, particularly at the beginning. When you have one that's that long, it's quite long. But this one's only 19 days, so it's a pretty fun thing to watch. All right, it's just top 1,000, folks. Let's check it out. All right, scroll down. And top 1,000, 80,000 exactly. Woohoo! 80,000 bucks exactly to be in the top 1,000. So that gives you an idea there. Hilarious. All right, let's go to the top 5,000. See what that is. This could take a little bit more extra effort. Hopefully my mic doesn't cut out on me. Battery's getting low on my mic, so hopefully that's okay. Let's quickly go and let's wait for that to update. So it's still processing. Justin Davis in the house. I'm mad. RH misled us by repeating earlier. You is better. What? You is better. What was only if you're a millionaire sacrificer. I'm mad. RH misled us by repeating earlier. You is better. What was only if you're a millionaire sacrificer. I'm not sure if you can reword that, Justin. I'm not sure I follow that exactly. Pure Junks just sacrificed 18,000 USD. Let's effing go, says Pure Junks. Nice one there, Pure Junks. All the best for that. Is Peter sacrificing Wise too? I doubt it, Pure Junks. I doubt it, but you never know. He's got a lot of focus on this Wise project. They're doing some pretty groundbreaking stuff in the Wise project. Collateral NFTs and stuff, which no one else has done. Look out for that. And Cardano TV is in there. Justin Davis says if you sacrifice just under 400k, you need to do it in the last 3 days. Simple. Yeah, pretty much, Justin. I agree with you on that. Actually, to be honest, I agree with you on that, Justin. Even my interpretation was different too. From it ended up being volume weighted. So 100. Yeah, I do 100% agree with you on that, Justin. Cardano TV locked on and listening, and nice to see Cardano TV in the house for sure. Alex Gate, yeah, earlier is better. Yeah, earlier is better. And today is slightly less than first 5 days. Yeah. So we're talking about these days here. So you definitely compared to day 17, probably day 8 or something, day 9, or earlier, just depending on the price, of course, you're sacrificing on as well. All right, and Alex K, you guys are wrong. Says Alex. Yeah, well, we're all allowed to our opinion, aren't we? We're all allowed our own opinion. All right, very cool. Okay, let's jump back here to let's go here. Where am I going? We're going to jump over to. I've done that. So let's have a look at the percentage. And this is the number one thing that I love. And obviously we've hit over 0.5% on the sacrifice. Pretty awesome. You can see the white piece of slither there on the pie chart. That's over 0.5%. And was actually looking at last night. We were exactly at 0.5, and now it's 0.505. So nice. Now I wanted it to get to 1%. Hey, but 0.5% is great. And of course, it's still a couple of days to go, so hopefully it will climb up just a little bit there, and we'll see how that goes. But pretty awesome stuff. The sacrifice amount is looking good, and of course that squeezes down that available hex amount both on each chain and on Pulsechain. So very excited about that. And you can see the price there, 12.5 cents T-share to 2,300 bucks. And of course we've got 55 million in that, and 23 million in V3 on that one too. All right, so that's pretty cool. Let's quickly check out number of wallets, of course. We always talk about, obviously, we're getting that squeeze on the Hex side. We're getting more more longer stakers and more wallet staking. So we can see that obviously 13,689, still up. What's that? 600 wallets. That's a bit of a boost from yesterday and the last couple of days. So nice there. 13, almost at 320,000 wallets. Nice. And of course, the staking percentage is still relatively low from when we started. I think the high was something like 9.8 or something like that, and we're down about 750 to 1.25 billion. And so that means that staking class is doing even better. So pretty cool. Hey, we've got a bit of a jump there too in the amount of stakes opened up. So that's pretty cool as well. So we're coming back down to the normal sort of levels, and we've got a nice little big day there. So definitely these last 3 days going to be fun as people try to get in before it closes. But definitely today seems pretty good. The only thing to offset that would be a dramatic breakout in the hex price, for example, to change that around, and that would be dramatic from here. Very cool. All right, so looking good there. Let's quickly go. Alex Casey says people who want to sacrifice Hex get pretty disappointed. Yeah, well, I guess they would be with this with the if they're playing on the price going up, I guess. So, but that is the speculation, right? That's the speculation that people make, and we made it too. I thought we just don't know what scenario is going to play out exactly, and so forth. So there we are. But we're getting a bit of a rise in the price at the moment on the chart, on the Hex chart. So pretty cool. Yeah, I think that's it basically on the sacrifice. So it's looking pretty good. 720 million or more, maybe it's even up to 735, something like that. Is pretty amazing results, and still 2 days and almost 5 hours, 4.5 hours, or something like that to go. Let me just go back to the Pulsechain there. And yeah, 4 hours and 16 minutes. So today is a good day if you're wanting to get in. Obviously, the price of Hex, if you're using Hex, that is 12.5. If you're using something else, you can always just go in with the USD value. Obviously, if you've used a lot of other stuff, it's gone up in value because ETH and that is pumping. So let's actually pull that up too. Go to nomics.com, and we've had a nice little rally, which is perfect timing for people that want to sacrifice other tokens. So obviously ETH up at 2,543, Bitcoin at 41,569. So if you're holding those, you want to sacrifice those, then those are looking much better. Sacrifice Binance Coin, Cardano 132, 334, Ripple 74, Dogecoin 20.8 cents, and Polkadot 17.31. And Unicoin at 21.88, and what else? Bitcoin Cash 550. So some not too bad there. As well. So that's probably benefited you in some ways, just to offset at least some of the price rise in the actual, some of this price rise in the basic calculation for the basic 10,000 points. So offset some of that. So pretty cool. So yeah, once again, day 17 or $1.80 for 10,000 points, and a flat multiplier 1.75 is what you'll get at the moment. Let's have a look here. We've got Alex saying, let's see if price changes in the next few days. Yeah, always possible. And like I say, that was the scenario, was that you could get that in the end, either day 16 or towards the end and in the last final days. So we'll see whether that happens. Certainly got a little bit of an uptrend here. We really need a breakout here to move up towards, trying to attack that 16 seconds. 16, not 16 seconds, 16 cents. So he needs to break out up here and keep breaking out for sure. But you need big money to do that, really. I think you need some big money to start making that happen. And let's go to the daily chart. Yes, a nice green candle today, but once again, you're going to need some big candles like this, big money, with these big volume candles in. At the moment, we've got little volume in there. You need some big volume to get these big green candles. But once get enough bigger one there, you get all the smaller medium fish jumping on, and it also helps move up. So we'll see. You're talking about a major breakout, of course. You'd have to break out, way up here. Up into our high range, 34 cents, something like that. All depends on what you're going to base it off. You're basing it off 16 cents or 18 cents to offset the pricing, the cost of 10,000 points. Then you need it to really break out big, maybe somewhere like run here 33 cents or something. Just depends on what you're going to take the average off at the bottom there, if you're going to offset the points. Alex, Justin Davis, Alex, you're wrong. Yeah. So Alex, 1.75 gets cancelled by the time penalty, and Alex K even on day 17 compared to base rate. Yep, and Justin Davis earlier was only better if you did 400k or more. So that's the play there. So yeah, that's what we're at. I guess the next thing is, we've got Richard talked about this. This is the holy grail. So he's talking about obviously having Hex as a CD, having Pulsechain as the network, and having getting in place a fiat on ramp as well as a new MetaMask. Those four were his pillars for having a closed ecosystem of a complete value. And when I say closed, not completely closed because you've got the exchange on there, but it's that's his pillars of value, and he's going to look to take over crypto from that point of view, by sucking in a lot of value and creating a lot of value in those superior products. So exciting times there. I think that's pretty cool vision, and I've done a video on that myself on that one, so it was funny that it came out with that. But hey, pretty cool. The other thing, of course, is that we've got going to have public testnet coming out. He's still having server issues and load balancing and stuff like that with the team. So hopefully that's going to come out next week now, is the expectation based on Richard's last comment. And it was expected to hopefully come this week, but it's going to be next week from the looks of it at this stage. And then obviously, if that's successful, not sure the duration of that will last for, and then hopefully we'll get a fork of that, and that's when we could see another price rise up in certain assets that try to capture, get those assets when they get forked over. We could see that on a few of the pools, obviously like Hex, and then that could be a nice price excitement time. We also obviously got the end of the sacrifice phase. If we see anything flukely, that'd be interesting. And then of course we've got public testnet, and then price discovery on all those assets. So it's going to be pretty awesome. And a narrow bridge is the expectation to have, funneling through the Pulsechain. And then obviously people, will they hodl their pulse, or will or a lot of people will take that pulse and try and buy some of those other assets up on the Pulsechain. That's going to be fun to see. And people will have different strategies and see which one pays off the best, really. Right, where am I going there? Right, let's have a look here. I'm up to the right date here. Justin Dave, anything under 400,000 didn't get 1.75 multiplier, but they did the last 3 days, so later was better. Alex, yes, but you lost 80% getting there. We're talking about the 10,000 points on this side here. Talking about this here offsetting the multiplier, this multiplier over at the top here, based on the US dollars amounts that you have, so 400,000 or less. Basically, once you got to this pink part, I think is when it was better for you to wait for the 1.7 multiplier if you got in here. That's the way I read that chart. Alex, remember there's a 5% penalty every day after day 5. So yes, better volume bonus, not much bigger than time penalty. Yeah, I guess the only thing that offsets that is the price of the asset that you're sacrificing, and that's the one thing that can then over do the math is better. And review the table, yellow table that Superman was showing. So says Alex, and no need, I lost money, says Justin. The math doesn't lie. Hey, I would say this, Justin, is that on the positive side, that anybody gets into the sacrifice phase, if Pulsechain goes to where people think they are, then everyone's going to do terrifically well if it does get to that point. That's all I'd say. So yeah, Richard did, and I can't fix stupid. Yeah, well, let's not get into that, Alex. But yeah, all the numbers under the line are under 10,000 per dollar. Yeah, so cool. All right, so that's pretty much that. I think that's pretty cool. We're just going to check it out. Obviously, if you're going to get in today, today's a good day, relatively speaking, compared to that. Obviously, sacrifice is optional. Nothing on here is investment advice. Do your own due diligence for information and entertainment purposes as we enjoy the ride, the journey of the sacrifice phase. We've got 4 hours and 8 minutes left before day 17 ends, and then we've only got 2 days left. Can you believe it? It's amazing. And then after that, of course, we'll be waiting for the public testnet to come out. Richard's been doing a lot of videos, if you think about it, a lot of promos, so he has done a pretty good job promoting the Pulsechain, particularly YouTube videos. So I think it's been a lot of fun. How we're doing for time, 26 minutes. David Gomez, we are early, so early, yeah. So this is the thing, it's a bit like when you got into Hex, if you think about it. Obviously, they're not exactly the same comparable, but if anyone getting in the sacrifice phase, whether they get a higher costing average or less, all right, I think I'm back. Let's have a look here. Let's have a quick look. Let's try and check here. Yay, I'm back with the order. my headset battery died out, so that's hilarious. All right, it's not much fun. I didn't actually check to see if I had enough battery before I even started. So hilarious. All right, bit of fun there. David goes, hey, big shout out there to Justin Davis, big super sticker there. Really appreciate that. Agreed. I'm happy, still happy, but some friends are mad at me. Hey, that's understandable. It's some of the, I agree with you. Some of it, what you could have had a nice table at the front of the sacrifice phase would have been really good. And some of the wording was confusing. I agree with that, Justin. But I think ultimately, I think all of us, whoever gets in early will do very well, just like those who got in early for the Hex sacrifice. Sorry, not Hex auctions, I should say. And obviously, there's a difference in the X factors compared to the average, what the average person got. But I think, I wouldn't be too worried about that at the end of the day. Alex Casey is calling. Alex Casey, assuming that price is fixed like a stable coin, he misled and I pointed it out. And Alex, yeah. Let's just end this conversation on that because it's just not helpful to anybody. But I agree with you that pretty cool. I think most of us, anybody getting in now is going to be doing pretty well, even though the relativities, different with the average costs and stuff like that. So if Pulsechain does achieve a good evaluation in the market, as we hope, then this X's could be many X's as well. So looking good there. All right, let's have a quick look here. Let's do one more refresh as we go. There's not a lot of news out from Richard that I know of. Let me just click out of here and go into the Twitter and see whether he's got any update today. There wasn't any. There was only one little thing. It didn't really have much to do with Pulsechain. So we'll just see whether he's added anything up here. Yeah, nothing in here. Just this one post here about scammers and stuff like that. That's about it. So pretty cool. I hope you guys enjoyed that. It's a bit of a shorter show today. Of course, let's have a quick look. We've got a couple more comments, and I'll probably end up there. That'll be half an hour. That's not too bad. And David gave us today is only good if you missed the first 5 days, but in the grand scheme of things, it won't matter. Years out of Pulse goes up and to the right. Yeah, I agree with that, David. Up and to the right, as we say, up and to the right. The deaf hands. Hey, Malcolm Hemsley, Axiom Token member. Great to see you, Malcolm, as always. Good morning. I was talking to a Hexcan who is influential. He was talking about having a Hex having NFTs like Axiom is going to do. Goldilocks times. Do you think he can do this because Pulsechain? Yeah, so that is happening. That is happening. Now they're not necessarily the same type of NFT technology as such, but yeah, they're looking at doing something like that as well. I can't remember the name of the product. It just skips me at the moment. But yes, you're right there, Malcolm. And Alex K. David Gomez, correct, sir. Alex says to David. Yeah, so pretty cool. But yeah, we'll see how that plays out. Now, there's a lot of stuff happening in now. It's interesting that all the CD projects that's Hex, Axiom, and Wise are all moving into the NFTs. Now, apparently, Peter from Wise is looking to announce this is game changing, doing NFT collateral NFT. So it'll be the first project to actually have a solution for collateralized NFTs, and it's coming out, I think, tomorrow. If not tomorrow, it's the next day. But that's going to be pretty interesting to see. That's a game changer. Everyone's trying to crack that. The problem with collateralized NFTs, people have problems valuing the NFT. And of course, he says he's got a solution for that, and he's got a developer that's going to be developing collateralized NFTs. I thought that's pretty interesting since we're sort of talking about some of the stuff. And obviously, Axiom's going to have NFTs. Stakes that are going to be NFTs, and it looks like obviously Hex is going to be doing something around that as well with NFT stakes where you can trade the shares or sell the shares off, as well as not just the having the actual stake of Hex. So whenever you do CDs and you stake, you take the token, native token like Hex or Axiom or Wise, and then you stake it. When you stake it, it gets burned and destroyed, so it goes off the market, and in return you get shares. That's basically it. And so these NFTs are basically moving to trade shares, but you've got to set it up with the right incentives so that you don't impact the underlying native staking as well. So certainly opening up some interesting stuff there, not only trading the stakes, but also, as in case of Wise, actually having lending on NFTs, which is that's where a lot of the money is in terms of the lending aspect side. So pretty interesting direction there. That's a bit off topic from Pulsechain, but an interesting way to finish. Just Davis, I said what Davis said. Alex did cringe. I said, yeah. So pretty cool. Hey, big shout out to everybody, of course. Hey, and once again, a big shout out to Justin Davis. Thanks for his super sticker. And yeah, like I say, I think we're all going to do pretty well. If Pulsechain gets to where we think it's going to go, then we should all do well. Obviously, do your own due diligence. Nothing in here is investment advice, just opinions and information. Hey, a big shout out to Alex. Good to see you, Alex, from your trip. And I hope you have a good rest of your trip, and we'll see you maybe more often on there. But I knew you couldn't resist day 17, as you said, so that's pretty hilarious as well. And once again, big shout out to Malcolm Hemsley, Axiom Token member. Yeah, represent. All right, there, nice one. All right, so take care, and I'll catch you tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be day 18, folks, when we catch up, and we'll do another review summary of where we're at there, and of course, what happens with today, with the result. We're actually seeing really increasing numbers on today. As we said, come back here, look at this, really up here, up to almost 12 million, so it's rising, and will we get to 15 million, something like that? Could be quite a big jump from yesterday. We had 9.72 million on the ETH chain, and we've had this little uptrend going towards the end. So what's that going to look like? Is it going to have a nice big end at the back end? Obviously, if the price moved up really strong, we might see that, and so forth. And obviously, the market value is going up as well, so impacting these millions as well. So take that into account, the price effect. Pretty cool. All right, hope you guys do enjoy that. Catch me tomorrow, day 18 out of 19. We're almost there, folks. And Malcolm says, see you, buddy. No problem. And yeah, thanks for watching. And don't forget to subscribe, smash the like button, hit the bell, share. All right, let me just put this in here. Peace out. All right, take care. I'm going to go have a nice lazy Sunday. Cheers.